Hello, welcome to Clutch My Pearls, the podcast where I, Emily, learn all about the erotic fiction that my friends are reading. As always, I'm joined with Vanessa and Barbara. Oh my gosh.
We both just stared at each other.
You
You
guys
usually say hi first, so I was like,
Oh, I didn't know. We have a usual.
Yeah.
Sorry, hi.
hi.
Oh my God. We were doing so good. And then I think that it's like now that we have like a little bit of video, you guys like, we don't have to talk. I can just look at you and
I can just look into the camera.
Hello, everyone.
Wave.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
For those of you who don't know, we have started uploading our episodes on YouTube, so you can watch the kind of like unedited video version.
Definitely the unedited video
Mm.
version, because our editor, who is terrible, and
She's
you should
amazing.
hire professionals.
She's amazing.
She's a gift.
Yeah, I haven't made any cuts because then you have to figure out if you're going to do a transition or whatever. So we've just, whatever we recorded is what you see.
When you
One
can
shot.
you can get away with a little bit more of the like silence in the video because you see us
Yeah.
looking or touching or doing something. But
There's more to stimulate you than just our voices, which I'm a little more,
yeah.
I cut a little bit more out of that. But
So that's a way to listen to or watch the episode after you listen to it. Like continue downloading it because we'd still need those numbers. And, listen to them. Even like speed them up and listen to them. Listen to some of these commercials we got going on.
please help us.
Please help
so
us.
we can hire someone who does know how to edit.
Oh my God.
so we can continue to get 84 cents. But you know what? Every penny counts. All right. Well, what are we doing this
Let's
week?
wrap it up.
Yeah. Well, all right. Good game,
Oh
y'all.
my God.
I can already tell the vibes are weird for this one.
Why? I think why?
Am I wrong, Vanessa?
We haven't recorded in a while. I think that always kind of happens when we haven't recorded.
But we also hung out.
But
Yeah.
yesterday.
I'm interested because the dance battle continues between the two of you. And yesterday,
Uh-huh.
Oh, are you saying things are weird?
no, I'm saying that you guys are doing.
No,
your...
I'm saying is Barbara saying that?
Oh,
I'm saying that.
Barbara's feeling.
Oh,
it.
I'm saying that.
shit.
Yeah, when we were here, what was it, last night? And Eric was like, let me know how that goes. Yeah, vibes are weird.
What do you mean?
The dance battle where you were like, what did you said in the last episode, like you kicked your shoes off and you did
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I
like,
did a
this is
windmill
like
and I kicked my shoes off.
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
So Barbara is presenting
This
this
is
week.
all. Barbara is too competitive.
I
Here I
love
am,
it.
just innocent,
no, I'm saying it's weird.
Innocent.
Maybe it's weird because you are like
losing.
so much better at dancing than I am.
Oh,
Sure. Okay.
I thought maybe I
knows?
was losing.
I mean, I think it's pretty neck and neck right
Yeah.
now.
You went
Okay.
back to back with Pucking Around and then Not So Lucky, both which featured group
Dick
sex.
to dick to dick to vagina. To
Spitting. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh,
I don't
Oh
wanna talk about
yeah. Well,
Yeah, so I have a Barbara book this week.
Okay, tell us about your book.
It is called Bride.
Bride, BRIDE.
you have to spell it for Emily because she never
Yeah.
knows.
I always got to make sure.
Is it Bribe? No, it's a bride. Like
A wedded bride.
by Ali Hazelwood.
Okay. Now, you've also been, teasing us about how excited you are about this book.
Maybe I fucking love brides. I don't know.
Oh,
This sounds
suspicious.
yes.
Somebody suspicious. What do you think it's about?
Why don't
Does she fuck a wedding cake or something?
Oh
That'd be
my-
weird. That would be weird.
Oh, God.
The author's name sounds familiar too, but I just
Yeah.
can't even.
What was the name of the author?
Ali Hazelwood.
I don't know that name.
Mm.
Well, she wrote one of my favorite books, The Love Hypothesis. I'm fucking obsessed.
Oh, yes.
It's one of those ones where it was her first book. We're not talking about it, so like I won't go on too long. but
Yeah.
it was her first book, and it took off.
Right.
Hugely popular, which means now everyone's like, oh, everyone loves her. I hate her for all of these reasons. So she's
Yeah.
very polarizing.
Oh, okay.
But that's like one of my favorite. I don't care. I don't care if you think it's cringy. I will double down. I will love it for the rest of my life.
They're making a movie, right? I feel like we've talked about this before. Are they making a movie out of the book?
I
Or
don't. They
Love
might be.
Hypothesis?
But the Love Hypothesis is one where it was based on a fan fiction for like Star Wars, and it was like Kylo Ren, and so I don't.
Yes.
So anyway, all that
what?
being said, it's this author.
So, okay.
So that doesn't tell me anything, though.
But if it's Love Hypothesis, that's one I've seen like at
Mm-hmm.
like the Target checkout.
Mhm.
I think you brought the hard copy when we came on your honeymoon.
Yeah, it's my backup book in case my
Oh
phone and my
my
iPad are both like
God.
missing and dead, and I have to have a book on the plane. I
Yeah.
have one physical book, and that's usually the one I grab.
I recognize the cover. Like in my head, I can see the cover. So,
So this one is called Bride.
Okay, but isn't the love hypothesis, that's not steamy?
That's
or...
just rom-com. There's sex in it, but it's I don't even know if I would necessarily call it smut.
Yeah.
Would you call this smut? No. Is it something where like the whole book that most they do is kiss?
No one fucks a wedding cake. Do we have any other guesses as to genre? Anything?
I'm thinking sci-fi. I don't know why.
Ooh.
Okay. Remember last episode when you said the book is called Not So Lucky?
I knew it.
Oh no. Did she write about nodding?
And I said, is it nodding? And you guys were like, what's that? And I was like, I wish I hadn't brought this up.
Oh my God. Wait, okay.
And Eric said something about it at the show, at the break show.
About nodding.
And I don't think that he knew, because he doesn't listen, so he didn't know
Terrible
about
husband.
the episode that's coming out. He was like, wait until. He was
there
talking
a
about
clue.
tonight, not
An
the
Easter egg.
episode tomorrow.
Oh.
Blindside.
Blindside. So she goes from writing this like rom-com straight up Target checkout, Red Circle Club
Yeah.
Barbara's vacation book.
into
Super approachable. And it's usually like STEM rom-com books that are like, they're super like, you could recommend them to coworkers or like your mom.
like a beach read. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
totally.
Which book came out first?
Love Hypothesis.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And then she had a couple of novellas and a couple other standalone, just
And then she's like, now I can be who I really want to be.
literally. Ali Hazelwood got her start in fanfic. She used to write
So
fanfic.
she was where that's where she was like, oh, that was just my
She-
nice thing. She's like, I got a lot of that stuff in the vault.
It was popular enough that somehow it made its way from AO3 to we'd like to offer you a deal to publish an actual book.
Wow. Dreams do come true.
And Ali Hazelwood sure loves writing about the Omegaverse and nodding.
What's the Omegaverse?
Well, you're about to fucking find out.
I've been so curious because I see this all the time on TikTok and I haven't read any of these. So I'm so curious. Yeah.
The Omegaverse. So this is sci-fi.
Barbara's about to
It's
blow
like
our...
paranormal fantasy. Do you want to hear the synopsis?
No.
Of course.
No. Vanessa's done.
Yes.
She doesn't want to do this
I
episode.
quit.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I love this. Is something different.
I told Eric I really wish this book, because that's the other thing about this book is it's brand new. By the time this episode comes out, it will have been out for like 2 weeks.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Hot
Brand
off
fucking
the
new.
presses.
Which, yeah, because I had read a different book when we were supposed to film, but then our schedules, we weren't able to do it. And then I switched to this one because I saw it was out and I was like,
oh my!
I literally
God.
cannot, I can't resist because it came up in the last episode.
Yes.
You
Are we-
literally said you challenged me, bring that book to the table, and here we
I
are.
did say
Oh
that.
my
I
God.
did say
you
that.
did.
You've done this to yourself.
Only because you were so like, you just didn't want to talk about it. And so I was like, we need to know.
I still don't. And yet,
I just can't get past that. This book has only been out for like 2 weeks. Like,
yeah,
are we gonna be the first book podcast to talk about this?
I am very curious how our listeners, all of our good boys and girls,
I love
are
it.
you avoiding this episode because you haven't read this book yet? Are you?
Do you want to just know our take on it and have me ruin it before you read it?
There's so
Oh my
much plot
God.
that I don't need to ruin. Don't worry. I won't. I
Oh.
won't dive into some of the things that happen. But
Okay. So you're giving me a heads up right now.
Yeah.
We're gonna touch on stuff, but
I'm gonna be very gentle
A
with
new
things that I do
release.
spoil.
oh my,
Yeah,
hot.
yeah.
The ink's not even dry.
Oh my God.
Still
So-
a violent gush. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about
Oh
last
my
week.
God.
Yeah, Bride by Ali Hazelwood. It's 410 pages.
Okay.
It came out February 6th.
Oh my God. really
Mhm.
was
Wow.
like,
Yep.
yeah.
It's,
In this moon cycle, like.
Oh God. Okay. Misery Lark.
Is that her name?
Oh no.
Oh, guys. Is her written about me?
Y'all are mad about Crew Matthews.
I'm turning red. Okay. Misery Lark, that is her actual name.
Okay.
The only daughter of the most powerful vampire councilman of the
Oh,
Southwest.
boy.
It's vampires, it's werewolves.
That's what
Did
the
she-
Omegaverse means, right? Like the alpha
Uh-huh.
of like the wolves.
Not necessarily wolves.
Okay.
Did she write Twilight fanfic?
I don't think so,
Okay.
but I know others do. And we're not going to kink shame. And we're all going to be really nice about not shaming what we have read in
Oh.
fanfic.
I never would. I would never yuck anybody's yum. But it's more of I'm just trying to. I'm building
Emily,
out the world in my head.
She has a hard time with fantasy.
I know.
She has a hard time naming hot guys
and things that are unrealistic.
And
which I guess is a hot guy.
Literally goes straight to Batman.
Yeah.
For fantasy.
And Glenn Powell.
He's just a generic guy.
So why did you pick him?
Because he's a generic guy. The guy was just a guy.
She's like Tim Burton and vanilla ice cream. Those are her.
Okay, so
Misery
Misery's the
Lark.
daughter of the king of all these things?
Most powerful vampire councilman of the Southwest. She's
the Southwest.
I know, but that's such
Literally
a territory.
Arizona.
I took so many notes because I was like, I literally wrote like USA ? Like, do they not say where it is? Because
UC
for the
Berkeley.
longest time, and then like page 300, they mentioned something about like, oh yeah, and he went to Europe, and I'm like, okay, so it is America.
Wow.
It's just the Southwest.
Weird.
Okay.
Anyway, Misery Lark, the only daughter, is an outcast again. Her days of living anonymously among the humans are over. She has been called upon to uphold a historic peacekeeping alliance between the vampires and their mortal enemies, the Wares.
Werewolves.
They call them wares instead of werewolves, and I'm not going to do that. They're werewolves.
Where is too
The
much because we need to
wares.
know that it is a werewolf because it could be a were-turkey.
You requested
Ooh.
dog people, so this is the closest I could get.
Closest we get.
So I'm still a little hung up on the Southwest. I'm sorry.
No, I get it.
New
Yeah.
Isn't
Mexico.
it something with vampires where they can't be in the sunlight? It's pretty fucking sunny down in
It's
Tucson.
Pretty fucking sunny. In this one, they don't love the sunlight. It won't kill them,
They're
but
sensitive.
it burns. It's like an immediate, really bad sunburn, and it makes them like disoriented. And so they have like, if you're really rich, which her father is, you have like specially tinted windows.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but they're nocturnal because they don't love the sun. I can't. All right.
Okay. We don't
It
think about
reminds me of
things too hard.
that Daybreaker or whatever it was called with Ethan Hawke, where they're like super rich vampires and they're like the majority.
Oh.
Ooh.
So is Ethan Hawke our main guy in this?
I don't know.
I
Oh,
don't-
maybe. Maybe you just cast him.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Not Glenn Powell.
Mm.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, she's going to be called upon this peacekeeping alliance between the vampires and their enemies, the werewolves. She sees little choice but to surrender herself in the exchange again. ... Werewolves are ruthless and unpredictable, and their alpha, Lowe Moreland.
Oh.
Like Low?
Lowe.
Oh, low.
His name sounds like Home Depot.
Lowe's.
Lowe Moreland. Like you're buying lumber. Like I don't, you know what I mean?
Like I gotta go down to Lowe Moreland and pick up some
Yeah.
lumber.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just says carpentry to me. I don't know. Okay. He's ruthless and unpredictable. Their alpha, Lowe Moreland, is no exception. He rules his pack with absolute authority, but not without justice. And
Oh.
unlike the Vampire Council, not without feeling. It's clear from the way he tracks Misery's every movement that he doesn't trust her. If only he knew how right he was. Because Misery has her own reasons to agree to this marriage of convenience. Reasons that have nothing to do with politics or alliances and everything to do with the only thing she's ever cared about. And she is willing to do whatever it takes to get back what's hers, even if it means a life alone in werewolf territory, alone with the wolf.
Get back what's hers.
Mm-hmm.
What's hers?
Do you want me to just tell you?
Like let's like paint. Okay. Well,
They don't really tease you about it. It's not like a third act spoiler that it's her best friend is missing.
Okay. So she has to marry them for peace.
Because the werewolves and the vampires do not get along.
Okay.
right.
And the setting is like modern day, you know,
Uh-huh.
cell phones and all that shit. Humans know about vampires
Mhm.
and they know about werewolves.
Okay.
And they know that they do not fucking get along. And for the longest time, vampires and humans have been sort of in this like contentious like peace arrangement
Mm-hmm.
where in order to make sure that everybody on their side behaves, they have a tradition of every 10 years they rotate out a child vampire and a child human are exchanged
Oh.
and kept hostage
Oh.
for 10 years by the other party.
Oh.
And if one dies, then they'll kill the other. And it has to be somebody that's
What?
important to the powerful people. Yeah.
What?
So
From
sit with that one.
birth?
No, they go at age 8 and they stay until they're 18.
Oh my! So they let this kid have like a childhood, but then they're like, oh, hey, you're 8 and you were chosen.
Now you're a prisoner.
That you have to go be a prisoner with the humans.
Mm-hmm.
Which child do you think gets a better treatment? The ones that are stuck with the werewolves?
Wait,
She
was the collateral.
She was.
Mm-hmm.
So
Where do the werewolves come into this?
They're kind of like in Neon Gods, where there's a city and there's a river and it divides the
the river
territories.
Styx.
The river Styx.
You need the loops to go.
There's only one bridge this time, so they're hanging out over there, and they don't have an alliance with the vampires or the humans. They just like stick to their own.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're out in the woods.
Yeah.
Just pacing.
Yeah. And the vampires are like, well, in order to keep the werewolves, because there are way more werewolves than there are vampires, will sort of be allies with the humans.
Because they're kind of similar.
Yeah. And then they can, use their nuclear weapons and shit. Like, I don't know. It's very...
It's the Southwest.
Crazy down there.
Do the vampires look any different other than just a little bit pale, but like features?
They don't go in the sun a whole lot.
Right.
They have pointy ears. So shout out to
I've got
Maggie.
some pointy ears from our
It's all you.
fantasy correspondent.
Yep, put them on and wear them.
I have to put them on if I read from the point of view of the.
Yeah. Okay.
Do they look good? They
Yes.
look good.
Yeah.
We should put some makeup on them so they match.
Oh my god.
We should not. We should make them
spray
more.
tan on them. I could choose. I mean, these feel more elven, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so they have pointy ears, and I've got some too.
They have pointy ears. They have fangs, and Misery was the collateral when she was living with the humans.
Uh-huh.
She got in the habit of filing down her fangs so that she would blend in.
So she went to school and stuff like that, but she's just like she's not like locked up with like bread and water in a cage.
No, she's not being like tortured, but she's like, no human is like, oh, I'm so psyched to be around a vampire. I feel totally safe and I'm going to bond with this child.
Like this is the collateral one.
Yeah. So she knew, her father told her when she was 6, hey, guess what's coming? So she knew her whole life that this was going to happen. So all the other little young vampire children would bully her because they were like, ooh, you're the weird one who's going to go be like half human, but not.
Oh,
yeah.
You're going to go get raised by the humans.
Yes.
So she has to be the human prisoner sacrifice for 10 years. And then she has to go marry the wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Now, why does she have to marry the wolf? She's collateral
She's
in that
important.
way?
Yeah. Well, okay.
She's a princess.
She's Misery. Hello.
She's the
Princess
council
Misery.
princess.
That's me.
Oh, no. Yeah, basically.
You're fine.
So she... Okay, I guess I still am like, why are the wolves? They're just waiting for her. Like this exchange, and it only happens every 10 years. So everyone's like, I'm gonna have my kid in this
that's
window.
Between the humans and the vampires,
Right?
Not the
Switch.
werewolves,
Right. The werewolves are off doing their own thing.
No, but there's only one child at a time.
The vampires and the humans.
So it's like if
the
you
governor's son and
no, literally it's like the Governor
vampire
Davenport
princess,
and
and then they switch.
So
Yeah.
I would time up having my kids on like year 5 to where I'm like, okay, I know my kid's not going to be the collateral kid.
Miss the window.
Yeah, that you're like, oh darn, we just couldn't conceive that month, like.
Yeah.
And so,
Oh my god, just hiding your babies
She's
away.
ready. Send her in.
yeah, and then you would just be like, okay, good, I can still have my important kid, but not lose it for 8 to 18 is a pretty
Developmentally.
substantial-
Significant time. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
go, sorry.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
What does she eat while she's in prison?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm like,
Do you understand now why I took so many fucking notes? And it was like, this book
I
is
was being
dense.
sarcastic. I was pretending to be Emily, but
But
I
we
know
all
she
know.
wanted. I know she
We
wanted
all
to
know.
ask.
And you're welcome. She doesn't eat any food. She only drinks blood. She
Oh, that's
doesn't
right.
feed from humans.
Duh.
so do the vampires have a hard time cooking for their human child? Is it like an exchange program where they live
They
in a
just go,
house
like McDonald's,
with the other famous
like Uber.
They go, hey kid, here's pizza rolls. Good luck.
some SpaghettiOs,
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck the human kid does. We
Okay.
don't really see them.
Okay.
Misery, when the book starts, she's 25. So this isn't like, she's not like
Oh,
fresh.
so that's the past.
Yeah.
It's just memories.
But it's relevant to, yeah, it's just memory.
She's worked through it. She's
She's
fine.
fine. She's already with Wolfman.
It's a new trauma, new day.
Yeah.
Okay.
A
she's-
new problem.
She's seen how
Dad
that
has sold us off to someone else.
It's
Right.
cool because she has a twin brother and she was chosen instead of her brother.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Why doesn't he marry the
Yeah.
fucking wolf?
Yeah. Why did he go to the exchange program if she's going
I
to
don't
marry the
know.
wolf?
He's older by like 3 minutes, and his name is Owen. And
Ew.
yeah,
You
and
guys hate
she's
every-
named Misery because the council gives you your name.
Did they kind of choose her from the beginning of this is just our sacrifice forever? We're just
That's
like,
why we're gonna name her Misery.
yeah.
Her mother happened to die after she gave birth to the second twin, which happened to be Misery. So they were like, clearly, you're miserable.
So she was like the sacrifice, and then they're like, and we had the boy that we want to keep. That's fucked up.
but he's got a penis and therefore is better at politics and ruling.
Right.
And
Is
yeah.
he?
Is he?
Is he?
Very questionable. Anyway, that's how she ended up being the sacrifice. So she's like bullied from the age of like 6 to 8, and then she fucks off to the humans, and none of them want to be around her. She's not like with a family. This isn't like foster care.
Oh, okay.
There's just like a nanny who's around to make sure she's, alive. And then they feel bad because she has no one to talk to. So they go adopt an orphan from an orphanage and say, here's your friend.
Jesus.
And that's her best friend. That's the only person she cares
And
about.
that's the one that's missing.
That's the one that's missing.
Oh, what's her story? What's her backstory?
Well, she was an orphan, and
Okay.
now her only family is her.
When she turned 18, what happened to her?
She was roommates with Misery because Misery tried to go back to Vampireville, and I don't know what it's called.
Vampville?
Out in Phoenix. I don't know.
Las
and-
Cruces?
Yeah. That's Las Cruces. And
she tried to go back, and then all the vampires were like, "Hey, you're really fucking weird, and don't really fit in with us because you don't really."
you were
vibe-
raised by humans.
You don't really vibe with the vampire
Wow.
culture because you
I did
don't
this
know
for
it.
you guys.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Yeah. So she
Was-
goes back to living with the humans and
Okay.
is
Who
roommates with
also
Serena.
don't accept her.
Yeah,
Was the adopted friend human or vampire?
human.
Okay.
What was the friend's name?
Serena.
Serena.
Vanderwoodson?
There you go.
Yeah.
Blake Lively.
Gossip Girl.
So the main character, I don't know about all vampires. All vampires, I think they have purple eyes. She definitely does. Misery does. She has blonde hair and she's pale and she's tall. She's like with heels. She's like hitting 6 foot easy.
Wow.
wow.
Yeah. So
Beautiful.
feel free to start casting in your head.
Yeah. I'm picturing like a Blake Lively now, maybe just because we said Gossip Girl.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Sure.
There, we did it.
Then look at
I'm
me.
so
I can
proud
name
of you.
girls.
Yeah.
Beautiful girls are easy.
So
So guys, you gotta get personalities involved.
you got it.
We
Yeah,
need to
it's
make
hard.
those cards.
I know, little flashcards for.
You're like, vampire.
So she's 25. She's living with the humans, and then book starts, and a vampire shows up and is like, "You've been called for a meeting with your father, the councilman. Come on over." And she's less than thrilled. They don't have the closest relationship, and he's like, "Hey, so you know how the werewolves totally fucking hate us, and we hate them. Well." Our alliance with the humans, where we exchange children, which is totally normal and fine.
He's like, and you remember that? That was you.
As you recall.
Yeah.
It worked.
The governor who was the human governor who was totally in support of this plan has been there was an election and he lost.
Oh,
So now there's a new governor and she won't talk to me. So I don't really have a whole lot of faith that we're going to still have humans, and suddenly it's about to be werewolves and humans against vampires, and that's not good.
Oh.
So we need to real quick figure out how we can get some sort of like tentative truce with the werewolves. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to have their alpha marry somebody from our society.
I wonder who that could be.
What are you doing in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Misery loves company.
That's good.
Misery loves nodding.
Oh.
She's gonna.
Did you guys forget about
Did
the
she
nodding?
I did for a second.
She locks in.
And it's like
Yeah.
dog dick stuff too.
Yeah.
I don't know so much about dog dicks.
But werewolves are dogs.
Emily does.
Dog people. That's why you keep asking for it.
Oh man. So she then is like, cool, I guess so. Guess I'll go to werewolf
She
land.
says, fuck no. I
Wow.
already was a sacrifice. Bye.
Yeah.
And then he mentions the name of the alpha right as she's leaving. And she goes, what did you just say? Because the only clue that she has is her friend who is Serena is a journalist.
She was last seen
There
at
was
Lowe's.
there was one she was shopping at Home Depot.
She had a curbside order at Lowe's, yes.
Yeah, so she's like, that name, I found it in her notes, and that's all I have to go off of. It's the initials, L.E. Moreland. And she's like, oh shit, fuck, all right, I guess I will go do this.
I guess I'll marry him.
Oh no.
When did her friend go missing?
I think within the last like couple of months when this first starts, without a trace, because she also, her job is she's like a hacker. Like, I don't know, tech computers.
Right.
I already don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but neither does the author, which is one of the complaints in the reviews. So it's fine.
Okay.
But she was like investigating something.
She was like, if I can't find her, she cannot be found. So she tried to go to the police and they were like, nah.
She's fine.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So
then she sees Lowe's Moreland. The right place, right price. And
sponsored by.
She's like, okay, I'll go meet him. And now does Lowe's is he down for this? He's like, sure, I'll take a vampire.
He's willing for the sake of his pack, but he's not too excited about it. And no one's happy about this. Mm-hmm. Everyone realizes that it's probably a smart thing to do, but nobody's happy.
Is his dad making him do it too?
No. His dad, no.
Stop. I'm grown.
He's the alpha. He's the king. I don't know. No one tells him what to do.
He's alpha. Yeah. So are there like bars and restaurants that they just go and get a glass of blood?
I don't know if there are there should be that, but culturally, eating is not like a social activity.
Okay.
It's a function. It's like, I think she even says in the book, it's like if I needed to pee, it's
I was
not.
gonna say, it's like going to the bathroom.
Yeah, you just have like bags of blood in the fridge and then you drink them within a couple of minutes and you're done. It's not like, oh my God, this one.
Yeah, like, oh, let's go grab a glass.
Cold one.
Yeah, do you think they'd want it cold or warm?
They drink it cold. I feel like that's weird, but what do I know?
Do they say that in the book?
Well, she takes it out of the fridge and sticks a straw in the bag and drinks it.
Like,
and that's how they do it. And I'm like, you're not even going to microwave it?
Not microwave it?
I guess they would only like it hot if it's fresh, because if blood is not cold, it goes bad.
They stopped feeding. It's now socially, that's just culturally, they don't really go for it. But ages ago, they have problem with reproduction. Their numbers are low. So what they decided to do was, because feeding from each other makes you really we have such a bond.
Oh,
we're not going to do that anymore. So we're not really monogamous because we need to find who can keep the
vampire going.
Yeah. And that's their whole thing, is that the group comes before the self. So Misery, you have to do this because it's for the good of all vampires.
Yeah. You have to love your company, Misery.
Mm-hmm.
Do they... Now, the problems with fertility and all that stuff, do they know why? Or, I don't know, was there a curse or something?
It is only 410 pages, and it's not the beginning of a series, although it might be, but it's different characters later. Okay. I'm not really sure.
They might touch on it at some point.
Sure, yeah. They didn't really go too much into that.
Okay, so they go to Alpha Dog.
They go to
Alpha Dog.
I can already hear what you start reading.
Oh, no.
So he's just pacing, on the shoreline, just
better not be a full moon.
Come on over.
So do they have a wedding?
They have a wedding. They have the humans are the guards, because they're well, if vampires show up and werewolves show up, we need somebody to cater this. We can't have too many people of either party, so the humans are all there with guns. It's just very weird.
Did they meet before their wedding?
No, they meet
at the wedding. Oh my God.
At the altar.
Oh my God.
You don't get to see if he's hot.
Dang.
Is he hot?
He's hot.
Yeah.
I bet he's hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's the prologue, the opening of the book, is the scene of her walking up to the altar and meeting him, and it ends with him being. It's so straight out of Twilight. Where
this is so Twilight.
Where Edward is oh God, the smell. And then she's oh, he thinks I smell horrible. And so the last line of the prologue is him going, how the fuck do you smell like that?
Oh my God. Do you feel like smell comes into play a lot with fanfic? I've only heard about 3 fanfics that you've told me about.
What the fuck?
I think
that they always kind of touch on their smell. Wasn't the Hermione one she didn't smell like the other girls? Or she didn't taste like another girl.
Did you dream this? Did I black it out?
Who was it? Didn't Hermione taste it or smell different in one of your books?
I mean, probably, but
I think that's every book, though.
Okay.
I
guess last week he did say, you taste like pussy.
He did. He was very descriptive.
But it's this sort of oh my God, one of those, I guess, intoxicating things about these women.
That's a mated situation.
Yes. This is very fantasy mates where they're not human, so they oh, you're sent,
which
that's,
is why
I'm new to the mating world,
which is why Edward thought that Bellis to other vampires, she did not smell like that.
She smelled good, but not like holy shit.
I only ever saw the first Twilight.
No, I know. I'm just saying,
didn't really
like,
pay
she
attention,
referenced that part. I was just bringing that up because I think it's like pretty popular. But I'm just saying, like, she smells special to him because
it's a sign of like
like love at first sight, and that's what mate is. Like, you recognize
it's your other half
it
that you
yeah
find by smell. I don't know. On behalf of my fanfics, no, they don't all talk about scent.
I think every book talks about
they do, but not in this way.
scent.
That's like so primal and like animals. Like, no. I only know about the Omegaverse, and scent is a huge part of this because of Ali Hazelwood, because I was like, I fucking love the love hypothesis.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait, she started in fanfic. What's fanfic? And went on AO3. And my friend and I both looked up her stories, and I was like, what the fuck am I reading? But I read all of it. And then
what's AO3?
Oh, Archive of Our Own, which is where all the fanfic.
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry.
No, I've been there. I've downloaded.
But yeah, Omegaverse is the whole thing. It's like they have like scent glands that they like. I already feel so. I can't believe we're doing this episode.
I love it. I love that you brought
She's
this
so
to
uncomfy.
I just have so many questions because this is like such a
new world.
Mm-hmm.
For me too.
Part of it is you find your mate and then you mark them. There's marking them, and then there's like claiming them or biting them. I don't really know. But marking them is where you just make them smell like you. So all the other alphas
and that
can tell
happens...
that she's like, oh, she's been with one, so she's not like available.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think that happens in a lot of not just like Omegaverse, but just like anything mated.
Yes.
Someone will come in the room. It's mostly like fairies.
Yeah.
They'll be like,
they can smell you fuck that guy.
Yeah.
That guy fucked you. I can smell it.
You smell different, which is like very animalistic.
Yeah.
Wow. But then you just your scent smells like something else.
Do they talk about scents in ACOTAR?
Yes.
Yeah. But don't worry about that.
That's
for another day.
That is for future education. But
we're easing you in by going to the most challenging one to get on board with, and then we'll get in with.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're doing roller coasters before we're doing kiddie rides.
We really are. We are running before we are walking. We are nodding before we are.
Just blindsiding us.
I love it because then I think that will make it easier for me to digest.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm like, oh, I can understand this,
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff with the Omegaverse where they like, when you found like, okay, we all agree that you're going to be like my mate, my one and only forever and ever, like be my Valentine. And then you bite one of their glands. I don't, like, it's on your wrists and your neck.
Like where you spray your perfume.
Yes, exactly. And once you like bite them when you're like having sex, then it's like locked in. Everyone can smell forever. You will never want anyone else. They will never want anyone else. The other alphas will smell you and be like, that's not appealing.
Oh.
You smelled nasty?
You smell uninteresting and taken, and therefore I'm leaving. It's like a dog peed on something and you went, this fence is not for me.
Interesting. Huh. So what if they want to get a divorce?
What if that happened after your wedding?
What? Like that Jeff bit my gland?
And then you just smelled like weird to everybody?
I think that's our puppy. I think that's what you guys are like. It smells like dog shit.
So. You got your gland bit.
So where do you want me to go with this? You want me to regale you with tales of Omegaverse? Do you want to tell you about the story?
What was their vibe when they saw each other?
He was like, clearly was smelling, and she was like, no, I know I smell like a vampire. Sorry, dude.
Yeah, and he's like, no.
But he's like, no, he loves it.
He's like, oh, fuck.
He's horned up.
No.
Okay,
the whole book is her point of view.
Okay.
Oh, so no P.
Except at the very beginning of each chapter, there's like at max 3 sentences that are like
from him
in italics or something that's
in italics that it's like, how could it be her? Like, and then like and it's a little like teaser for what the chapter will be about. Like, he left her alone. He never should have. Like stuff like that, where you're like, what am I about to read? Like,
I think I like that.
It's Yes,
but then it's also still dark and mysterious.
You can tell from, one, I know what I'm reading. Of course, they're going to be meant to be together, and 2, like the little blurbs make it super fucking obvious that he's like, how the fuck is my mate a vampire?
Yeah.
Like, what?
It was like the Underworld movie with Kate Beckinsale.
Ooh.
Look who's bringing in references.
I know.
I'm so
She falls in love with the
proud.
werewolf.
You have not asked what he looks like.
Yeah, what does he look like?
I'm
Don't say he has long hair.
He does not. He has short hair, which
I'm picturing like
Okay.
Taylor Lautner. Like I'm just picturing.
No.
I don't want to. I don't want to. This is why I need to
No.
know more.
okay. Well, he's supposed to be tall because Ali Hazelwood likes to write main male characters that are like big, burly,
Huge.
broad, like
Okay.
unreasonably like he's just this alpha guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and he has dark brown hair, dark hair that's
Okay.
like short, kind of buzzed, and green eyes. And this is where he's like not human. It's like very pale, like otherworldly green eyes. So do with that what you will.
Travis Kelce.
I was thinking Travis Kelce. I was thinking Travis Kelce's like,
When we were watching it last
Eyes.
night, I was like, they're gonna say Travis Kelce. I fucking know it.
but with more of like Jason Momoa's
Mm.
like kind of features.
Mhm.
But Travis Kelce from like eyes up for the head, and then Jason Momoa
She's
body.
Frankenstein and her dude.
Yeah, I'm like,
and this works because she is blonde with like purple eyes, which no one really has. So we can just say, Taylor. There you go.
yeah,
Perfect.
Or her friend Blake Lively.
Ooh.
That was
2 in a
over there.
row.
Yeah.
I looked up because I thought you guys would latch onto the green eyes and be like, who do we know who has green eyes?
Yeah.
And I looked up, just like Googling actors with green eyes, and I saw a link, I think it was IMDb, and it was like beautiful actors with green eyes. Number 1,
Yes.
top of the fucking list.
Oh God.
Tom
Yes.
Hardy.
No.
Jesse Eisenberg.
What's his face? Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell.
Fucking Glenn Powell, top of the fucking list. I almost threw my phone. I was like, Eric, and then he didn't
everywhere.
understand, and
he's
I was
everywhere.
He's not big and burly though.
no, he's not. So, nope,
Nope.
you can't
he
choose
can't.
him.
He
You can't
could-
choose him.
He could be a vampire though.
He could be Owen.
Yeah. Okay.
You're
there.
too excited for that.
There. Look, he's in the movie. He's cast. His publicist is working overtime because even he's being cast in my dumbass head, and I haven't even
Great.
seen anything that he's in.
Because you're a dumbass.
I am. I'm just open to all interpretation. I'm like, okay.
I don't know. I feel like they describe him as very like picture Wolverine in X-Men.
Oh,
Like, that's the vibe.
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in that role, not like, his singing roles or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah. Not
Then
in
I
the
just think
Candyman.
of Superman. I can never say his name.
Oh.
I know, and you hate
Henry
him.
Cavill. I don't hate
He
okay.
gets brought up a lot too.
No,
we
I
got
know.
a comment that was on YouTube for that episode
they
where
didn't
it was
bel-
I said that you said something about Henry Cavill, and I was like, that man is handsome and not at all attractive, and they were like, I think he's a little attractive.
Yeah.
And this is in my defense, he is so handsome. You look at him and you're like, wow,
Yeah.
that is a well put together bone structure.
Mm-hmm.
I am not attracted to him. So that was fun. A little behind the scenes for everyone. My light just died. We're back. We're pros.
So we
I was babbling about Henry Cavill, which is so irrelevant, but
we didn't do the pages yet.
yeah, when the cameras and everything were off, we realized, fuck, we haven't even guessed the pages yet. Like, I was warning you guys, this is going to be a weird episode because there's so much to guess the pages. It's 410 pages. Good luck, everyone.
I don't think that they go until like 250.
125.
You're such an optimist. It's 221, I think it is.
Look, you got it so close.
No, she said
221.
221.
221.
And you said 2 something.
250.
What'd you say?
125. You're
Somewhere
closer
in
than
the
me.
middle. Hey, look at me.
It's
did
like
win
halfway
over.
through the book.
Price is Right rules. Okay, so 221.
Yes.
What page do they get married on? They don't fuck
Fucking
that night?
one. Like, no, because this is just a marriage of convenience. So he's like, you're not beholden. It's essentially another kidnapping program where she's living with the werewolves and they sent a werewolf. This is somewhat relevant, I guess. They sent a werewolf to go live with the vampires.
So it's the same situation.
It's the same fucking situation. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Does somebody have to get married on the other side?
No. I know. At her wedding, the governor who just got voted out gets a little drunk and he's
Oh.
chatting with her and is telling her, if you ever want to change your name legally, just let me know because that's a terrible fucking name. And she's like, great, thank you.
Oh my God. He's like, I'll help you
Yeah.
change your dog shit misery name.
Yeah.
Like, wow. Oh yeah. And sorry about that whole, like, you having to not live with your family and live with random humans.
Congrats on the vows. And,
Yeah.
good
But
luck.
have fun. Cheers.
You have to survive for 1 year and then we can, the last time the werewolves and vampires tried to do a peace treaty via marriage, there was a massive slaughter. So
Oh, no.
hopefully that doesn't happen again.
Oh,
Anyway, he mentions in passing, P.S., the werewolf that they sent to go stay with the vampires, that's your husband, Lowe Moreland, that's his mate.
Oh.
Wait, he was mated?
Was he?
Oh.
Was he? Read to find out.
My light just died.
Fuck.
This is a nightmare. Hi again. We're back.
I'm talking while you're fuck. Does our video look different? Yeah, we know.
Did Barbara's camera or like light die and then Vanessa's die and then I knew mine was next, so we just paused for a while and charged in silence.
We just had to fully break away, and this episode is now like part 17 of Who the Fuck Knows.
Yeah, so I was saying that right before we hit record again, so hi, welcome back. That I was like, it's good that I've had a minute to process, because now I have like way better questions than like, which shirt was she wearing?
Well, I don't know what shirt she was wearing, so this works out great.
That I'm just like, I think I'm just so used to it's like pretty like cut and dry, like, busy businesswoman, hot guy, they fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But then now I'm like, okay, so there was a truce and then there was a bloodshed and then she drinks Capri Sun blood out of her fridge, but like they don't do it out in public. And now she's married to a wolf man.
Yeah, and I don't remember anything we've already talked about or anything I read in the book. So now this is really going to get... I'll take Vanessa's strategy of just lying to you.
Just make up the rest of the book.
The book also just came out, so,
Yeah, you don't know. Maybe you do. Let me know. Did we get something wrong? Probably.
Tell your friends.
Emily will find out about it in 2 weeks, which is the edit.
I'm like, I looked up something.
Oh, fuck.
All right. He smells her. She smells amazing.
Amazing.
They get married.
Uh-huh.
Then when do we get to, but it's like a marriage of like, this needs to be done, of convenience. Yeah.
And she thinks this whole time that his mate is fucking around in vampire land as a hostage. So she's very convinced like nothing romantic is going to happen here.
Did he tell her about the mate, or she knew, or someone told her, or what?
The governor, the human governor, he got drunk and he was like,
the one who said,
hey, your name sucks. Yeah, exactly.
I can change that for you.
Bye. Yeah.
So he's the one that spills the beans that he has another mate. So she thinks that, of course, he's not interested in me.
Exactly. So she moves into werewolf territory in this house, and she's like,
so they live together?
Yes.
Okay.
She lives in a house.
Is it a nice big normal house?
Do they share?
It's a great, nice normal house. Before he became the alpha, he was an architect, so I think he designed it himself.
I bet it's really cool and like sleek, but like slightly den-like.
They live in like a woodsy area. You can see it. You can see it.
Yeah.
So does she have her own room, or do they share?
She has her own room, and it's like it's like hotels with connecting doors. You know what I mean?
Where like Jack and Jill.
Yeah, yeah. And she sleeps in the closet because sunshine.
Oh right.
Yep.
Oh right.
Yep.
He doesn't have. But why doesn't he get some blinds put in for her?
Great question.
Yeah, something like the automatic ones.
She sleeps in the closet.
Yeah, she's like, oh, it's extra dark in there.
Yeah, because no windows.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
She's like, look, go across the river, go to the vampire blind store.
There are 1,000 other things. A
Questions.
sleeping mask. Like, come on. But she's in the closet.
Okay. So she's snoozing in her little dog crate.
She's in her little dog coffin.
When do they start? Like, when do they finally, like, how long are they together before any sort of, like,
romantic,
I don't know, hand
when
holding?
does she find out he doesn't hate her?
Oh.
These are loaded questions. I haven't even told you about his sister. Like, fuck.
Who's his sister? She like her or no?
Love her. She is 6, but she keeps telling her that she's 7 and holding up 6 fingers. It's cute. But
so she's a little tyke, a little puppy.
She's a little pup. Yeah, she wanders in and is just like, oh, we're gonna be friends, and she's like, the fuck? No, all right. And then like begrudgingly, like they're super close.
That's cute.
It's his half sister. Someone tries to kidnap her.
Oh.
Someone tries to poison her. Like there's a whole bunch of like political. I said this to Eric when I was taking notes, and he was like, you need to tweet that. I said, there's a lot of political intrigue and like discord being sown amongst the werewolves, and he like almost fucking fell over trying not to make fun of me for what I was reading.
Like,
I'm like,
okay,
you just don't understand. But yeah,
so that kind of bonds them.
Yes,
probably because she helps.
Yes, because there's like, what the fuck is going on? There's like there's a group of werewolves who are not happy with the alpha, so there's like sabotage, and they're trying to figure out like who done it and what do we do about it and that kind of stuff.
So vampires and humans have their own issues, but then the werewolves, they've got issues within their own community.
Yeah, dog
Because they
fight.
don't like Lowe's.
Dog fight.
They fucking hate Lowe's. Yeah.
They're Home Depot.
They're Home Depot
people.
for life.
Werewolves.
And then there's a small subsect of like Ace Hardware people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They
they're
don't
like,
really care what happens.
we shop local, all right?
Yeah. So, like, okay, you asked when did they start getting kind of romantic? Like,
Mhm.
there's little things where, like, okay, she's a vampire, so she's colder than humans normally are, and werewolves, of course, run very hot. They're very
Oh, right.
hot-blooded.
Mm.
You knew. And so she mentioned something like, oh yeah, the house is freezing. And then she notices like a week later that like it hasn't been cold since then. And like he gives her his jacket and like little like, it's very like caretaking, but not like, I got you flowers and wrote you a poem. Like define romance.
It's like
you know what I
Beauty and the
mean?
Beast stuff.
Yes.
Why is she cold though?
She's a vampire.
I know, but like, shouldn't she not be like affected by the cold?
I don't know. Listen, let's
Maybe
not
she's just, like,
science our
it's-
way into too much of this, but
Because
like,
you got to keep it pretty. He probably keeps it like ice cold in there.
yeah.
Oh, because
So-
he's hot.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so yeah.
vampires as a species, they run like 4 degrees cooler than humans do.
Mm.
So it's like you take their temperature.
Oh, so then
you're
she's
a
like
vampire.
too cold.
She's chilling.
too low.
I know
Yes.
how she could warm up.
Okay.
Mm. Yeah.
Oh.
So also she has purple blood.
Purple blood.
Yeah, he has green blood.
Oh.
Yeah.
How? So, okay. So, wait, do all vampires have purple blood?
Yes.
Mm.
Oh.
When
She has purple eyes.
yes, when
Oh.
werewolves blush, they turn like an olive skin tone.
Like the Hulk? Oh.
Sure. Can't say I was picturing that, but yes.
No, like
Yep. Now it's like Mark Ruffalo.
like tan, not green,
but he's got green blood.
right? Is
Ye-
that what you
Like the
yeah,
Hulk.
it's like an olivey. You can see like you suddenly just look more green, more olive. I don't know.
He's
the
the
Hulk.
Hulk. The
Yes,
Hulk.
the Hulk.
He hulks out.
The Hulk has a huge knot in his dick.
Oh.
It's canon.
Yeah.
You wouldn't like me when I not. Oh God.
Oh. You were like,
I can't. I don't. We shouldn't do this episode. We should
It's
scrap
too
it.
late.
This
It's
is
too
so
late. We're
embarrassing.
doing it.
Mhm.
It's happening.
Lean in.
This is our new like feral episode. And
How did I
love
bring
it.
this book and I'm clutching pearls more
I know.
than anybody?
I know.
It's stuff where we're like, come on, and you're like, I can't
I
tell you
know.
about
We
it.
should
I don't
go home
want
and read this
people-
book.
The different sex scenes, because it's like I didn't think you guys would necessarily want to do the first coming for what we read, and
Okay.
I was trying to think. I didn't mark it, which is why it's good that our cameras keep fucking breaking, because I was like, I don't want to mark it yet because I know you guys are gonna have strong opinions about which.
Well, we
one
want the
read,
knot.
and I don't want to hear any of it, so
Knot
I'm
us
conflicted.
up. Give us the knot.
We want
What's
something
the
we've
first
never
one?
had before.
The first
Ooh.
one, that's what I thought. And
Like
they-
she's all horned up. She's ready to
I'm
get that
not
knot.
horned.
yeah, you are. We all know.
Okay, so the first time,
The
that,
first
what's the
coming.
first coming, yeah.
Okay, so there's sabotage amongst the werewolves.
Okay.
And he's like, I'm gonna go to the house. I've been invited to like this other important werewolf. She invited me to her house. She's having a dinner, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna plant like tracking devices and like hack into her computer and shit.
Mm.
And the other werewolves are like, bro, you are horrible with electronics, and you happen to be married to a woman who is great with them.
Ooh.
Bring her with you. And he's like, okay.
Oh, because she's a hacker.
Yeah.
Yes. So he's like, cool, we're going to go into enemy territory, sort of. And if I'm going to bring you into enemy territory, you need to smell like me for your
Oh.
safety.
I gotta nuzzle your
He has to
neck.
Literally, he has to like cuddle up on her a whole bunch and then lick her a lot.
Does he purr?
I don't
Does he
think
purr?
so.
Oh.
He probably growls a lot. He growls. I mean, they all growl, but he's literally a dog, people,
Yeah.
werewolf man. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, there's growling. So he like nuzzles up with her a whole bunch.
Did she describe his scent?
Yeah, but it's like
Woodsy.
spicy
Okay.
and like appealing and
Citrus and pine.
it's all the same
And
shit.
snow.
Snow and
Ooh,
mountain
it's
ice
snow.
and like yeah, what the fuck? I don't
It's the same in every book.
it's yeah, so insert one of those and that's what he smells like, but like really good. So he does that and then he flies them there because it's out in somewhere and he
Flies them there.
he hang on with a plane. He has like a
Okay.
private jet and
he's rich.
he is the pilot.
Oh.
Of course.
I thought you guys might appreciate
Of
that.
course. That's kind of hot.
Yeah.
Where he's like,
Yeah.
yeah, get on. And she's like, where's the pilot? He's like,
Literally,
right
she's like,
here,
is the
baby.
is the pilot a werewolf? And he's like, yeah. And she's like, oh, for fuck's sake. Like,
I also wonder. Okay, they're still in the Southwest. What?
They're wandering around fucking Flagstaff.
In the woods. Are there woods? I guess there are woods out there, but like
I don't know.
Las Vegas.
there's definitely not woods in Las Vegas.
I don't know. The northern part.
I guess up near like Taos and stuff. Yeah. Where they go skiing. Okay, sure. That's where they are.
Sure. Yep. So he takes her out to California or something. And they go to this dinner, and then their plan is they're going to sneak away and plant tracking devices in the office at this house. And they're like, okay, the excuse will be you need to step away because you don't eat people food. So you're going to step away. You're going to feed. You're going to get some blood. Great. I'll go with you.
Do they have blood up there waiting for her or something?
They brought a cooler. Brought a little ice
bag. A little biohazard bag. Like they're tracking, like an organ transplant.
How do the people treat her?
Which people?
Like she's at this dinner. Are they nice?
Werewolves? They're like,
you're here.
Interesting. Yeah. We're not going to overtly be like, get the fuck out of here, or be like, they're not going to cross the line of rudeness to where like the alpha is going to be like, I must protect my honor. Like, you know. Yeah. But they're not thrilled.
Are there any other like vampires or species at this party? Is she the only vampire?
She's not like the other guests.
She's the only. She's so unique.
So it's just her and a bunch of werewolves.
Yes. Okay. And he's like, I'm safe. Don't even worry about it. I'm the most powerful werewolf that has ever existed. They could have 9 against me and it would be no problem. Like, you know, he's very confident that he'll be fine. He just wants to make sure she's covered in his scent to make sure that they're not like, if we get her alone, they're not actually that close. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, they can tell. It'll be suspicious if she's not
exactly.
Okay, like
scented up.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he takes her and she gets her Capri Sun.
She's going to go get her Capri Sun, get her little snack pack, and they go into the office, and she needs 6 minutes. You know, it's like such a cheesy, like...
I'm in,
yeah. Like, it's so cheesy, but they're doing that, and
she's
then...
like, just give me a minute, hold on. And he's like, hurry. He's like, all right, I'm in.
Yeah, it's that. Except we need 6 minutes, and we can totally stall for 6 minutes.
Fucking finger blast me while I do it.
You make it go faster.
Speeds up my RAM.
Oh no!
She's like, I'm processing. It's almost there.
They hear 2 like security guards coming.
Do they hear their claws on the?
Okay,
walking down the hallway because they're
really
dogs.
Exaggerating
the amount of dogness.
No,
it's not enough for Emily.
They shift and then there's no crossover.
They're humanoid.
Okay. They're humans until they're like
Hulk rules.
Hulk rules. Yes. Okay, so they hear the 2 security guards coming and they're like, we can't pull the thingy out for the RAM and whatever the fuck. So I know. Kiss me, and they'll think that that's what we came in here for. And then he's like, that doesn't make any sense. We said that you were gonna feed. Just feed from me. Drink my blood. And she's like, what? And then she does.
His green blood, does it taste different?
It tastes great. It tastes like snowy ice, spicy mountain pine, whatever the fuck.
Ooh, Mountain Dew. Baja Blast.
It's Baja Blast. Yes,
exactly.
Dang.
Code red.
Baja be thy blast.
Oh, fuck.
Yep. She goes, she's Baja blasting.
She's a hacker, so she fucking loves Mountain Dew.
Hell yeah.
She's like, oh, it's kind of like my monster.
So she goes for it.
How does it feel to him to get your blood sucked?
He likes.
He's into it. He's a fan.
Does she go for his neck, his arm?
Neck? And she's never done this. She's always just had her Capri Sun bag of blood. And she did not realize that when you do this, you are like
horned up.
Ooh. So she's like crawling all over him, about to finish with no stimulation other than just his blood.
Oh, and he's just like getting his neck sucked.
Love that you love this girl. Like, I don't know.
Does he get weak at all after getting his blood drained?
If she goes for like a really long time, that's not going to be helpful.
Okay.
But
he could just replenish.
He can handle it.
Yeah.
He's a big boy.
He's the Hulk.
He's the Hulk.
So
He's
the
Travis
security
Kelce.
guard. He's Travis Kelce.
He is. He's Travis. I'm really going in between Travis Kelce and Jason Momoa.
Yeah, you are.
Is that his
They've
last
got a
name?
lot. Yeah, something like that.
You know who you didn't mention? Glenn Powell.
No,
He doesn't have enough blood.
He's a bitchy vampire. He's Dickhead Owen.
He's a human who's like her hacker coworker from the beginning that you
He's
never
not
see
even
again.
cool enough for that.
He's
No.
Pierce. Readers.
If you know, you know.
Anyway, security guards see them. They're like, "Oh fuck! Like this is awkward as hell."
Yeah, she's all
and they
horned up,
leave. Yeah.
sucking on his neck.
And then he's very like, "Oh my god, let me like help. Like you I didn't realize you would be horned up from this either. So wow, okay."
She's like green coming out. She's like, yeah, yum.
We should go to Taco Bell. He's like, "Let me get my head in the game." He's trying to like help her in some way, and before he can even like provide any kind of like stimulation, she just comes. She just
Oh.
finishes.
Wow.
So I didn't think you would necessarily want to read that one, even
Yeah.
though it would be the first time we read a vampire feeding and coming from nothing.
Yeah.
So there's that.
I've read a book like that.
You
I bet you
did?
have.
She's horned up at the thought or the action, like not, but no touching of
Feeding
genitalia.
makes them, or being fed on
Oh,
makes them come.
was he horned up at all by being fed on?
I think he was horned up at the intimacy of it, and then he was really horned up because she was horned up.
Yeah.
Right.
He was really like, okay.
He's a good man.
Yep.
So they do that, and then
Yeah.
she's like, "Whoa, crazy!"
Wow. Did not know.
So, do they? Is it like I like you?
Vanessa's like, when do they propose? Like, what do we- They start to get close. They sort of like they talk and they say, you know, all the things. The next like sexy scene is she's taking a bath and he comes in and then I'm pretty sure he like fingers her, which, you know, anytime anything like sexy happens in a bath in stories, I'm always like, that's not helpful.
No.
That's not Vanessa, did I just shock you? It wasn't the nod, it was me saying don't try it in the bathtub.
No, it's just I mean, it's not. It's
The
not a good
logistics,
time.
science is not on your side.
Does he get in the bath with her, or does he just reach his hand into the tub?
Hand. I think maybe he's sitting behind her. I don't totally remember because it wasn't a
That's a
very
big
exciting
bathtub.
scene.
Yeah.
He's a big boy, and he designed the house. So
Oh, so he has a big,
yeah,
a big wash tub.
yes,
So he gets in the tub with her, bangs her.
yeah.
and
They
she's
mutually
just-
have a great time, and then
That water must have been really hot for him though too,
Mhm,
because
yeah,
she probably takes a real hot bath.
he's
His hands all red
Yeah.
from like forearm down.
It's like a dipped in.
Oh my God. And then later there's a scene where they're getting all hot and bothered. They're into each other. And he is insisting we can't have sex because logistically, when I finish, I can't even say this. I'm having such a hard
Like
time.
when he
Okay.
knots.
When
Do
he
the
knots.
charades for Emily.
Yes.
3 words. When he finishes, a knot shows up in his right. Okay.
And
You're
it's,
with me?
okay, so
Like a,
let me translate for
Thank
you.
like a
you.
donut.
Thank you.
So a
Yeah.
knot shows up in the
Do you see the shape of this microphone?
okay, but is the knot at the top of the microphone or in the middle?
You tell me. Every
Or in
person
the
can
end.
decide for themselves. I am not an expert on Hulk knots. I don't know.
I think it's in the middle, and then it's still, so it can still flop around on
Flop
the
around.
inside.
Yeah,
and-
sure.
But then she can't pull it out, so it's like
the book might say.
rope toys. Yeah.
You just blocked it out.
I felt like I was in church reading this whole book, and I'm not even religious. Like, it just-
Did you know that this book was going to have knotting in it when
Okay,
you
the
picked it up?
My phone's right here. I took a picture of it because I was like dying laughing, and I sent it to Alyssa going, this fucking book, they're in for it. In the dedication of like to my like I
Yeah.
think it's like her editor and her publisher, like
her dog?
to her team and Sarah, I could not have done this without you. And it's KNOT. And I was like, oh fuck.
Like you thought, like,
Oh, fuck.
no.
The first thing was I saw a TikTok that had this book and I was like, oh shit, it's out already. That's
Yeah.
okay. And then I was like, I wonder if there are enough reviews already. And I checked the reviews and I saw somebody in the reviews going, I had no idea it was going to be about this. And I was like, oh, okay.
They didn't
I
read
know.
the fanfic.
I know what I'm in for.
Oh, okay. So what are we in for?
So there's that scene where he doesn't want to have sex with her because he's like, literally, I don't know if vampires can handle
Like, what does he
it.
think would happen?
It would hurt. It would
Like,
get
she's too
stuck
little.
forever. Like, yeah, like
it would break her.
Yeah, maybe like her
like-
pelvis. I mean, depending on how big it gets, like she might not be fully tented.
Like the
tenting.
way it like
Shut up,
reacts
fucking
to a
around.
vampire.
Because she's also a virgin.
Oh,
Details, yeah.
25-year-old virgin.
She was
Yeah.
held hostage.
Yeah, prisoner
and
sacrifice.
No
shunned.
human likes her, and now all the vampires think she's a fucking weirdo
Yeah.
human.
Mhm.
So she hasn't really had any opportunities.
Does he know that she's a virgin?
Yes.
What did he say?
I don't remember exactly what he said, but he was like, "Yeah, makes sense."
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, you've
like
had
not phased.
Your name's Misery. You know.
Not phased.
He at the he at the wedding is like, so you don't really belong anywhere, is what I'm gathering. Like, your
Oh.
vampires rejected you, humans didn't want you either, and like,
and your family they sacrificed you.
what the fuck is wrong with your father that you are so unwelcome in vampire land that you're still living with humans now, and now you've been sacrificed again to be my bride? Like, that sucks, girl. What's going on? And
What
she's
was
just
her
like,
answer to that?
she didn't really have an answer because there was some other waiter tried to stab her. Oh, that was fun.
Oh my god! Oh,
And the amount of shit in this book that I have not told you. I haven't talked to you about Pierce. I haven't talked to you about Serena. Remember her?
oh yeah.
yeah.
Where's she at?
Oh, the missing
Mhm.
friend.
Where did we find
Remember
her?
the sister? Why is she relevant? Trust me.
Oh, see, there's so much for the readers to still
There's
read.
so much that I have not covered. But anyway, at the wedding,
Not covered.
a human waiter tries to stab her with a knife, and Lowe Home Depot himself just grabs it barehanded,
I
and
bet he
his green
did.
blood is just his Mountain Dew Baja Blast
that's
all down
hot.
his arm, and he's like, he doesn't even look. He just like maintains eye contact with her and says something, and
Oh my
then
god.
That's hot.
Does she
yeah.
look it up?
And she's like, oh my god.
The blood. The Baja.
Oh, why
The
not?
blast.
Why not? Or don't let that go to waste.
yeah.
She goes. He's like, I
Oh
thought
my
you'd be
God.
hungry.
So anyway, he's really worried about like ruining her vagina forever with his huge knot. So he's
Mhm.
like, we can have sex, maybe,
But wouldn't
I'm
that
really
also
worried
make her
about you.
pregnant? If he nots?
Are they biologically compatible? I don't know.
That's so.
Oh,
It's so,
shit.
no. They've never. Their species have never had sex before, so he doesn't know what would happen.
Exactly. So
Like
he's,
it could
he's
react.
worried.
His wiener could react.
Yeah.
Weird.
Oh yeah, the blood might not work.
I think that scene might be a good one for us to read because it's a smut scene and
The knot happens.
the knot.
the knot makes an appearance.
Well, yeah, towards the end.
Mm.
I want to read it. Let me read about this
All right.
knot.
All right, let me get it. It starts with his voice.
Ooh, the
There-
italics.
Yes. And
He's a wolf mountain man from
he
Taos.
has he has her pressed up against a wall. Her back is to him. Logistically, are we good?
Wait, so
She's facing the wall.
She's facing the wall. He's
pressed
so
up
around
her.
standing doggy style, because she's got to have her butt back a little bit.
Well,
doggy. Are we not gonna
yeah,
call you on that one? Okay.
exactly. That's why, because
That's how Emily likes
everything.
it.
Can I be excused from the room when you read this scene? Like, I
Feral.
don't even.
No, because you brought this. You presented this. This is what Barbara's into.
I literally was texting Alyssa earlier
Barbara's
today.
into.
Motherfucker.
So
No, it's not. I just know about it. All right,
I'm still
Maggie,
like,
please.
I assume that he also. I also just looking at this remember that this book is called Bride. Like I was
Bride.
like, oh shit, right? Bride
yeah.
is the name of this book. Not, not what was last week's not
Not so lucky.
not so lucky. It should have been the name of this book.
There you go. That one could have been Bride because she got married.
Ugh.
God damn it.
Flip flop.
Anyway,
Okay,
Who's next?
so this is
I
this is
wish we had done this before we had videos. I can't. Okay, I'm
too
fine.
late. You have to sit in your
I'm comfortable.
in who you are in your truth.
In your truth.
Okay,
The bed you made.
you don't know what you're. Is this him?
Him speaking.
You don't know what you're asking for, do you?
Oh my god.
Say it. Low orders. Is this her now?
Mm-hmm.
A knot. A knot. You know what its purpose is? Yes. Oh, wait, no, I guess she's more like, yes. Say it. This is simultaneously mortifying and the most erotic experience of my entire life. Barbara wrote that in here. That's her feelings.
It's scribbled on her
It's
iPad. That's
so
weird.
crazy. And she's like, I'm mortified and so erotic.
How is this possible?
You guys are bullies.
Like
Being bullied.
Vanessa wondered why we bullied her. No, it's just
Barbara Blindside is gone. Barbara bullying.
Ah. Okay.
This is for all that Elon talk.
Yes, everyone's getting it now.
I didn't say shit.
This is simultaneously mortifying and the most erotic experience of my entire life. To keep it inside, his hand slides underneath my shirt, gently stroking the underside of my breast. Keep what inside?
I'm sorry, listeners can't tell. But groping herself. She's like
scooping under her breast.
This is why I wanted to leave the room.
She just acted it out.
I'm just waiting for it to
She
be like
is a one-woman show.
I'm waiting for him to be like he bared his teeth. Okay.
Oh, my stomach hurts. Okay.
Keep what inside, sweetheart? You're cum. He murmurs something about how slick I am, and when the heel of his palm starts massaging my clit, I won't act that out, in a slow rhythm.
Thank you.
Thank you. We are so grateful.
My camera only goes so far.
She's not wearing any pants.
Just all Donald Duck over here. You're like, when did your pants come off?
I have to go home.
In a slow rhythm, I sigh in pleasure and relief. Let me just, I can't just fuck you like that. I still get mixed up on who's talking.
I know. It's a little challenging because they have so much conversation that I tried to like condense it. It just doesn't make any fucking sense.
You need to do blue for boy.
Or they should have done
For
italic for
girls.
him. Yeah. Let me just, I can't, it's hard to miss my voice.
It's him. It's him.
Okay. Let me just, I can't just fuck you like this. He pulls my jeans around my knees and crowds me tighter into the wall. Let me get you there. He parts me with two of his fingers and lets out a hushed groan as he stares at himself, touching me under the soft fabric. His heartbeat punches into my back. She's like, ow, ow, ow. Like a drum. And when his teeth find my throat and start scraping, then nibbling, then biting just hard enough, when his fingers circles my clit just right, that's when I come. Just already?
Her.
Yeah. She was like, well, okay. I was like, they're already in this. I guess they've already been fooling around.
A little bit, but no, it's pretty.
She's
He's been nipping and
Everybody's effective at what they're doing.
and
Scraping.
spreading and dipping.
I reached back, frantically grasping to undo his jeans. That's what's up. This would be easier. This would be, oh my God. This would be easier if you smelled a little less fuckable, he says, raggedy. But I hear the clinking sound of his belt and then I feel it. The head of his cock pressing against the soaked panties that stick to my pussy. Just stuck like a suction cup. Oh,
I'm crying over here.
I free myself to reach down, stroke his length, and he makes a choked sound. It's hot and large, but the thing at the base, it's at the base.
Hot and large.
I knew. I told you where
It's at the base.
I just ignored that. I was like, this isn't appropriate.
You're just trying to get ahead. You're like, no. The thing at his base, hasn't swelled
Why
yet.
did you look into my eyes?
Because
when
I
you said-
wanted, it's an italic, so I have to make sure you
I
feel
won't
it.
look at her.
She hadn't looked at anybody until
Oh,
she
God.
looked up and said it in my
I'm
eye.
like, it's here. The knot is here. We made it. You know, it's kind of like with this iPad that it's like, that's what she's feeling is that base at the bottom. So now every time you feel your iPad case,
It's
the
the
base.
knot.
I'm throwing it away.
Last time, hasn't swelled yet. Last time it inflated when he came. Please, I beg, please put it in me. He nods against my temple, breath shallow and quick. He hooks my underwear to the side and pushes his cock inside me. The burning the burning stretch deepening until it cannot go any further. And whatever it was that I expected from having a man, having Lowe inside me, this is different.
Stop looking at me. You fucking freak.
I now have this is the best tool in my little kit.
I'm
His
so glad I sit here.
Ah. Perfect, he murmurs, bottoming out, gripping my waist like he's trying to collect himself.
Now I want to stare at you too. She goes.
Don't move or I'll come. He licks a stripe up the back of my neck. Shit, I might come anyway, just from your scent. Your little bent neck. What?
That's what took her out.
Your little
Him.
shit.
Him. Fucking tissue.
Wait. So he goes at the back of my neck. He's like, shit, I might come anyway, just from your scent and your little bent neck.
Like the blunt nails.
She's got a gland back there, except she doesn't because she's
What?
a vampire.
The gland?
Perfume for the
I
back
know,
of
but
your...
the bent neck. Like,
I
just
don't know.
because they're bent.
Emily, I don't know.
I don't
I didn't
know.
even know where his knot was.
Yeah. Why is it at the base?
Maybe because
So the knot showed up and then he put it in? So, like, what's even the point? Why would he even be worried? I thought the knot was...
I guess it has to come. Maybe it's like not like the base, but it's close enough because it's got to close back in around it.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's not like fully in the middle, but it's towards the bottom. But or else it would just be the balls.
That's something I'm like, balls, knot, and then dick.
Like, oh my God, I'm picturing those children's toys with the rings.
Oh, no.
When you put one that it doesn't go all the way down.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, that's what it is.
I'm just going to focus on breathing for
That's
a
what
minute.
it is. I might too very soon, especially as he moves with experimental Oh shit! I moved the page. I got flustered. Shallow thrust that hit everywhere inside me. For every word in italic, I will look at you.
Oh, no.
I feel myself tighten in little flutters around him, and he stops. Then he bends over to whisper against my ear, "If you're about to come, tell me, because that will make me come, and I need to pull out or I might hurt you. Okay?" Got your
She
eyes.
got me. That is so unsettling, and all she said was, okay. Don't look
I'm gonna have to leave.
I didn't want to be here to start.
I nod, trying to stave off the surge of pleasure. The friction is delicious, and I arch back, making plaintive
plug my ears.
plaintive sounds as only the tip is left inside. When he pushes in again, a little deeper, I whimper. The only answer I can manage is a squeeze around his cock. I lose track of time when he starts thrusting, and so does he. We move together, sweaty and winded. When I can't stop myself, when I'm sensitive and swollen and about to shatter, gross, so hard that a single thrust is okay to bring me off, I can barely remember to warn him. I'm about to. I come again, the pleasure curling tight inside me. What happens to Lowe is fuzzy, eclipsed by my own pleasure, but I make out some of it, a sharp grunt, a sudden feeling of emptiness, that part of him swelling hotter and harder against the globes of my ass. Then his cum, warm and wet.
Fuck, that was me.
You're it.
How have you never done this before? I hate it.
I love it. I didn't know that just making eye contact.
It's like the first rule of like public speaking.
Then his cum, warm and wet, as we discussed, pooling onto the small of my back. So he pulls out.
Yes, he said
Yes.
he can't come inside.
It gets too much. Well, he doesn't get it.
Well, he doesn't know what would happen.
He just want to find out
So he
the
pulls
hard
out.
way.
Yeah. Don't move. He presses a kiss against my cheekbone. I'm going to clean you up. Oh, he said, where do you keep? Oh, shit. Hold on. Okay, sorry. I went in my own head like, ew, that'd be gross. And I was like, they're not going to do that. Wait, maybe. Hold on.
Vanessa,
Anyways.
you might want to close your eyes.
Okay.
I'll take one for the team. I know it's coming.
I'm going to clean you up. Where do you keep? Don't leave. Don't leave. I turn around to look at him, and he looks ravaged. On second thought, I'm not going to clean you up. I'll just leave you like this. His hand snakes around my waist to my lower back where I'm sticky and wet. Oh my God. Send a clear message to anyone who smells you, who you belong to.
I'm trying to like.
Barbara's just trying to take
She's like,
it.
give it to me. That is who I belong to.
I can take it.
I'm trying to help you, Vanessa.
He's smearing his cum into my skin
Look
with
away.
his
Lotion.
thumb.
Look away. Look
And
away.
while I'm okay with, and why am I okay with this? So he's like, he does like the Rafiki across the forehead with this cum. He's like, there. Now you'll know.
I'm crying
Now
too.
you'll know. Everyone will know that you're mine.
It's like Ash Wednesday.
Oh my God. Which I think is like this week. Maybe.
Oh my God. I didn't think I would cry on this podcast. But
I mean, it's a really emotional. They have a
am
really
crying.
deep connection.
I love brides.
Sweaty.
I always cry at weddings.
We just love a good romance story.
Oh my God.
So is this what happens in the love hypothesis? They fuck with beakers and shit? Like, fucking no.
Oh my God.
So they keep. Do they ever?
Yeah.
Okay. Do they ever breed? Does he ever come inside of her? Or do we? That's TBD.
Yes, but does it lead to anything? Unknown.
Oh, so there will be more in this. This is building. I mean, you mentioned all these characters that like we didn't get to. There's probably going to be a whole world.
I haven't
that
told
she's
you
building.
the plot of the book.
Oh, oh yeah, wasn't the friend missing?
Yeah. It's like the whole
she ever
premise.
find her?
Super fucking relevant. So fucking relevant. Oh my God.
Oh my
We just want to know
God.
about the knot.
Yeah, that's
All
all
right.
we want to know.
Yep. He's got a knot. There you go,
end.
everyone. Hi,
Hi,
Mom.
Diane. Oh, I'm so glad you made it. Your daughter presented this to us. She was so excited.
I warned her about pucking around. I don't think I'm gonna tell her about this one. Let's just see what she does.
If she makes it through pucking around and then not
She's
so lucky,
fine.
I know.
she's good. Diane's a real one.
She's a trooper.
Yeah.
How do you do that thing with your eyes where where they like don't touch the edges of your eye, like lid and like the bottom?
Like I open up my eyes like that.
Your
I'm creeping myself out.
That's like, isn't that something where it's like the senpaku eyes are like when it shows the bottom white, but then like the people that show the top means that they're crazy. I don't know.
I think you're like a perfect blend.
A little bit of both.
Oh my God. That was like a workout.
Yeah. What do people at Goodreads? I know this book just came out, but like, what do the good people at Goodreads?
I know
also,
people
there's
got
so
opinions.
much fucking book
There's
left that like
so much fucking more.
that like y'all need to read this and let me know what you think about it. Let me know what I missed.
Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Okay.
So the good people at Goodreads. This book
Good
just
people at
came
Goodreads.
out.
It just came out.
But lots of reviews.
But there's already so
And
many.
this episode will be out when it'll be like 2 weeks that the book has been out, but this is 1 week since the book has come
Shit.
out, and there are 21,000 ratings on Goodreads.
6 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is this a Kindle Unlimited or a?
I
You didn't
purchased
purchase
this book.
Oh, she spent the money.
Here's the thing. I stand by this
Uh huh.
somewhat confidently.
Yeah.
I will read anything she writes.
Yeah.
I like people are like, it's not very well written. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It's so readable. It
Uh-huh.
is the most like autopilot, just downloaded straight into my fucking head. Which is why I have to very carefully go like, don't take in details. I don't know where the knot is because yeah, it's just super readable.
Well,
But-
something that we've been wanting to set up, and maybe we will by the time this comes out. I just got to figure it out. We're going to set up a Amazon storefront.
Yes.
So another way that you can support your girlies
Please.
is to check out our storefront of things that we've mentioned, books that we've read, like things that you're like, oh, I want to buy that or whatever.
Yeah.
Even like cute little, we could put anything on there.
Anything.
Ooh. We could put dog toys on there. Who knows? Ones with little knots.
Anyway.
But yeah, keep an eye out for that. If we have it, we'll have it posted. If we don't, I don't know.
Sorry about
Sorry,
it.
I never fucking figured it out.
We're not professionals, so maybe if you support us, we could hire people who know what the fuck they're doing.
Okay, so Goodreads, good people.
Good people at Goodreads. I was very excited to read the reviews because I was confident that a lot of people went in totally blind or just knowing that it was an Ali Hazelwood book. And the thing is, she has not touched fantasy. She has done contemporary. This is the first one.
Ooh.
She hasn't done any weird.
Even in her fanfic.
She just blew her
Well, no,
load
her
on some
fanfic.
knots.
Oh, okay.
Her fanfic was a whole separate thing, but like
Her
mainstream published work has just been like very.
Okay, so she had done sci-fi with a fanfic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She did all kinds of
Okay.
Omegaverse stuff.
Okay.
All kinds of this.
This is her truth.
Yes.
I love
Yeah.
it.
She's standing in it.
I love that.
So yeah, it's a 4.27 on Goodreads
Nice.
with the 21,000
That's
ratings.
So much.
I know. And
Also, shout out to her. Make that money, girl.
good for her.
Yes.
She's like she is like a professor of like fucking brain chemistry or some shit. And then she's
For
like,
real?
no, literally.
Oh,
That's why
wow.
all her other like modern contemporary rom-coms are all like they're like she is a biology like graduate and the professor and
She's
like
like
it's
Bones.
it's all science shit.
She's bones.
Yeah.
She's a scientist and an author.
Okay, so Aurora said, this is the entire review. I didn't condense it. Why does a vampire and a werewolf have sex, brah? Great question.
Good question. Good
How did
question,
you
Aurora.
end up here where you're like, I don't know. Okay.
She's like, that's whack, bruh.
Bruh. Katie says, usually I put more effort into my reviews, but this book doesn't really deserve it. It fucking grossed me out majorly.
Oh.
I was so uncomfortable and ready to vomit at some of the scenes. Genuinely disgusting. What?
Did I make eye contact with her whenever
She made eye contact and went, whoa.
She's in the future and
Is
she
it my
saw the
fault?
episode.
Because I made eye contact
You
with
kept
her?
talking about dogs, and she said it was genuinely disgusting and too close to bestiality. Story wasn't that interesting, and the main character was boring.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Leave Misery alone.
Poor Misery. Lauren said, I need a minute for this one. Hang on. I just had to burp. Okay. Lauren said, Emily. Lauren said, this is for you weird fuckers that wanted This is for you weird fuckers that wanted a Jacob and Renesmee spinoff.
Oh,
Oh,
gross.
wait. Oh, is that the
From
baby
Twilight?
that he
Yeah.
imprinted
Yeah.
Resume.
on? Ew. That weird. I've only seen pictures of that baby.
Wasn't it like a CGI or
Yeah,
It's the creepiest fucking thing I've ever seen in
Or
my
a
life.
It was
doll?
like a doll baby.
It was not good.
Yeah, it was gross.
Yeah.
It was a fetus.
Ali Hazelwood needs jail time for the last 10 pages. Was I entertained? Unfortunately, yes. Was it good? No. This book should have never been allowed to see the light of day.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
And then the last one, Hollis, said, love millennials, but this is published Wattpad.
Oh my god.
This is published what?
Wattpad? It's another like AO3
Yeah.
or fanfic.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's where you post fanfic.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but I liked that they said, I love millennials, but because the other thing that Ali Hazelwood gets like dunked on a lot
Uh-huh.
is that her books have a lot of like millennial cringe, millennialisms,
Mm.
you know? Like she just
Oh.
can't help for her characters to be like a little bit quirky. Like
They like
Yeah.
go like nom nom and stuff.
not that bad because I can't. Like if anyone says like puppo doggers, I'm like, okay, I'm
Oof.
out. I'm
Can't.
hard out. But like it's I see what they're saying.
Okay, yeah. They're
I
like
get
she
it.
really loves to watch The Office.
Yeah, there it's
I did speaking of like I think that it's a lot of it's published this stuff because like the genre is growing so much, which is also why we exist. And but I did before y'all got here, I meant to tell you I got an email from Spotify, not to us, just being like, hey,
Oh.
I know you can still talk to us, Spotify. But
Yeah.
that was just sent out to everybody where it's like love is in the air. We now have spicy audiobooks.
Yeah.
And it's by categories of spice. And so I saw that Neon Gods is on there.
Mhm.
And one of the things that we got whenever we did our Neon Gods episode was they said, you need to fucking go listen to what Hades' voice is in this
so bad.
audiobook. And somehow mine is better.
Of course it is. You're flawless.
So now I'm like excited to go like in Pucking Around. Do they all sound like
the pucking? The pucking around one is actually, I think it has a narrator. His name's like Jacob Morgan or something. And he's like super famous on TikTok where there's like lots of sounds from audiobooks that he's done. And I'm pretty sure he did the Pucking Around one and I heard it's pretty good.
Oh my God.
Like it's casted with like
real
a girl.
people.
Yeah.
See, like this
wow.
genre, it's growing so much. Everybody's into it. There's no smut shaming.
All the companies and others are starting to realize that like we're all reading this.
Yeah.
All of us.
Yeah. Yeah. It's millennial women and also men. Like when I look at our demographics, like we have a lot of guys that listen to us that are just like, I don't read this stuff, but it's still fun to listen to, you know?
Because it is. And that's what it all,
Because just
none of it's very serious.
Making fun of dog dicks.
Somebody did tell me that some of those like audios, because there's like apps like Quinn,
sure,
and Dipsy or something
like that.
Yeah, and so they are actually like hiring people to do like their stuff.
Oh yeah.
But I was telling somebody about the apps or whatever, and they were like, yeah, I used to pay for one of those, but then I just found a bunch of the audios on Pornhub.
Oh fuck.
Didn't you say there's an OnlyFans girl who acts out some of the stuff too?
Yeah.
Anyway, we might have an Amazon storefront.
We're not quite there yet. We're like, hey, this is some cool stuff that you could get that we like.
Behind the scenes, I need you to know that Vanessa and I accidentally just touched feet, and we gotta wrap this up.
We gotta wrap this up.
Kicking feet, y'all getting footsie over there.
I just think it's funny that there's spicy audio on Pornhub.
We could just listen to me too.
Yep.
We should put you on Pornhub.
Oh yeah. Maybe that'll be on our Patreon though instead.
Yeah.
No, just links from you reading.
Yeah, true.
We're trying to grow our fan base, so go ahead and throw us up on Pornhub, and then we'll get people
to cast a wide net for our wide shoes. Well, that was really. I'm excited that we got a fresh, hot off the presses book.
Yes, because we haven't really done that yet, and I really am curious. If you made it all the way through and you haven't read it yet, did we do a good job? Let us know. If you have read it, haven't read it, you know what I'm saying. Let us know what you think.
Read it, don't read it, listen to us, tell your friends, like and subscribe, share, go to our storefront if we have one, subscribe to our Patreon if we have one. I don't know, we're fucking figuring it out.
Check out our videos on YouTube.
Yeah, check out our videos on YouTube. Still download us because we still need the numbers.
Thank you.
We don't have anything from YouTube. We probably can't get monetized because we say fuck and dog dicks and shit, but you can watch
Emily make awkward eye contact with each of us during this episode.
You could do it at the same time. We could sync it up or something. Anyways, at Clutch My Pearls Pod everywhere on the internet. You can email us at clutchmypearlspod@gmail.com. And we read all your reviews and we really appreciate it. And we love you. And see you next Tuesday. Bye.
Bye.